Alright, I have decided to do a impromptu unboxing and first impressions of this, the new Tenz Finalmouse that I just got my hands on. So, first of all, I'm not anywhere near a professional level or a mouse reviewer or whatever, so take this as you will. I play a lot of FPS games and have tens of thousands of hours playing PC games, so that's of some value, I guess, but alright, well, this is what it is, then we'll just get into it. This isn't going to be scripted at all or anything like that, so don't expect crazy production value, but we'll see what we can make happen. Wow, that looks really, really good. Has a really nice finish to it. The coat feels good. Doesn't feel like any high spots or bumps or anything like that. Set that to the side, see what else we get here. That looks like the receiver. And under here, I'm guessing is the cable and the extra grips. Yep, there's a cable. And looks like some grips here. I like that they individually packaged all the different sizes. Not entirely sure what they are. Oh, this is 2mm. This is 1.2. And this is 2.5. So you get some size options. I guess you could mix and match whatever you want to do to make it feel comfortable. That pretty naturally feels good, so I might try the 1.2, but I think the other ones might make it a little too thick. Alright, so there's the box. There's what you get with it if you aren't going to use the little extra grips they give you and stuff, but that's up to you, whatever you want to use. I guess there's everything that you get as far as physical, and but there's a card and instructions there too, but we don't care about those. Alright, and then just to compare with some of the other stuff that I've got on my desk here for some size reference, there's a Shroud G Pro. Here's a Death Adder V2. Here's a old Viper Ultimate. This is the crappy original one. And here's a mouse I use currently all the time, is the Superlight. I would say that's probably what it's closest to, but like I said, not an expert. So the reason I decided to buy this, even with the hefty price tag and the limited availability and all that stuff currently, is because I bought this a while ago, which is the Starlight Phantom, but I made a boo-boo and got the small version, which does not fit very comfortably for me, as you can see here. Way too little. But I love the feel of it, the construction, and everything felt really, really good about it. So after doing a little bit of research, I found that the Tenz version actually had better switches in the clicks, and they felt a lot better, which I can definitely feel. These are softer, have I don't want to say more responsive, but have more of a I guess tactile feel, whatever. Those definitely feel better than these ones do, though. Not to say that these ones are bad. These ones just require a little more force, especially compared to something like the G Pro, which is super soft. But okay, there's that really quick. So I did get some super glides for it as well, but I'm going to try the stock feet to see how those are first, because with how expensive this is, I mean, the extra and stuff, this with tax and shipping and all that, after I was able to find one that I could actually even get a hold of, was just under $300. So all the extras and stuff like that, don't really need them if you don't need them. So going to go ahead, hook this up, and then I will hop into a couple games, test it out, and see how it feels. Alright, so to start off, we'll do Valorant. Should be able to see up here everything that's going on with the mouse, yada yada. I'll keep this short and sweet. Just want to kind of see how it feels. This is currently the game I'm playing, but I only have about 2-ish or a little over weeks in it because this season of Apex is just so bad I couldn't bear it, so had to change it up. But besides that, let's see how this feels. So usually when I get on, I go through just a couple rounds left to right. I'm doing some static. I won't go through the whole thing just because I don't want this video to take forever, but if I go through that and then I'll start doing a couple where I'm doing some movements. I'll go back and forth with that. Come out here, try to work some different angles. Can definitely tell as I'm doing this as well that compared to the super light, this mouse is lighter, but it's not by an extraordinary amount, but it is light enough that I can actually feel a difference. And it could have something to do with the stock feet still as well. They definitely have a little more friction than the super glides that I have on this do with this Zowie GSR, but not a whole lot. It's enough I can feel a difference, but after adjustment I don't think it would be an issue at all. But that feels really good. And then after that, I feel kind of warmed up and loose. I like to do on easy, I like to do some flicked 180s. Listen for the bot when it spawns, turn around, try to, you don't have to land right on it, but you want to do like the quick 180 and then a little micro adjust. That's just kind of, it's fun to do, but also if you are trying to like retake a site or fight multiple people post plant, I feel like it helps with that, but not an expert. Only have 2 weeks in the game, so don't take that as like gospel. But feels good. The control feels solid and like can flick from target to target. Feel really comfortable doing that. It doesn't feel drastically different than my super light does as far as the weight and the speed and that stuff, but there is enough to tell a difference, which is improvement, I guess. But it feels really good. So that's just a quick little overview on this. I will hop into Apex and try it out in there. Alright, so now we're inside of Apex. I have the I Watch Lyric starter bundle for Wraith here ready. I have the only viable loadout you can ever run, which is an R9 and a PK, so we'll go around and kind of see how the tracking on the mouse feels, which is why we're on Apex. I think it contrasts Valorant pretty well in that manner. But right off the start, it feels really comfortable, really smooth. There isn't a lot of friction on the feet, and those are the stock still. So this feels pretty good. Move around really comfortably. Doesn't seem like there's a big issue with fast movements. I think they call that like spin out or whatever, but you can just go back and forth really comfortably. It doesn't seem like there's an issue at all. Yeah, you can do big flicks, big movements comfortably. Faster up close tracking's good. Actually, a big part of Apex here that I should mention is you're using your scroll wheel a lot. Whether that's for, that's for just like jumping around, if you're gonna use it to like kind of initiate your climbs on the walls, whatever, or if you're gonna be like bunny hopping or whatever, then you can use your scroll wheel also for like tap strafes and that type of stuff. So the scroll wheel is actually a big factor, especially if you're gonna play a game like Apex, whatever, where movement's really important. But this scroll wheel feels really comfortable. It's kind of hard to see. I hope that comes through all right. But it's a smooth top finish and it's got a rubbery texture to it. It feels really comfortable. It has great grip. I don't feel like there's really a scroll wheel I've used that felt that good. I would say the closest is probably either on the Superlight or the Phantom, but both of these, it's kind of hard to see, and I apologize for that, but they have little bumps and like ridges or whatever that they don't feel uncomfortable by any means, but compared to the smooth finish on this, they just don't feel as good now that I've kind of experienced this. But there you go, that's some quick thoughts on this. Feels like the tracking's good, doesn't seem like spin out's an issue, big movements are comfortable, all that type of stuff, and the scroll wheel actually is incredible. Alright, and to close it out, here's a grid shot run, because I know a lot of you will like this, so here you go. Alright, so just a quick conclusion after going through, playing some games, having a couple hours to really give the mouse a test drive. I don't think you can go wrong with this. It's a quality mouse, feels good, it's light, the stock feet are nice, they're not the best, but they're not bad by any means. I think for a lot of people, this is definitely out of the price range of what you might want to invest into a mouse. There's a lot of great options out there that are cheaper, but if you're kind of more of a avid FPS player or want to invest in a kind of a quality product a little bit more, this is definitely a great option, and I don't think you can go wrong with it, and I definitely don't think that you will be dissatisfied if you do decide to get it. With that said, trying to find it, good luck. I hope that they come out with more of these, or a product that improves upon this, but if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the final version of the Starlights that they're going to do, so Finalmouse is probably moving on to something else after this. But if you can get your hands on this, definitely don't waste the opportunity, go for it. I don't think you'll regret it. Also, one more side note before I leave, I recently lost my job, so going to have more free time. If you liked any part of this video or are interested in seeing more stuff, I have some free time now, so I might try to do a little bit more with that. Also might try to pick up some streaming over on Twitch a little bit, but we'll see what happens. So Any feedback is welcome, just keep it constructive. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.